Coach, you played Louisville on Monday night. It seemed like after the first quarter, Miami really got a chance to get going. What were your main takeaways from that game?
It was a super exciting atmosphere to play at the Yum Center, and they had 7,000 to 8,000 people in their home opener on a Monday night when it was snowy and cold, and just to be able for our program to go in and face a top 5 team in the country this early in the season was great experience for our team. Obviously, our first quarter did not go the way we wanted it to. I think when you watch film of them and you have an idea and you try and simulate in practice just their pressure and their ability to turn you over, and I thought we were a little bit frazzled in those first few minutes, but proud of our team for settling in and kind of getting back to what we do with just taking care of the ball and executing our offense. There were a lot of positives moving forward kind of after that first quarter.
Could you talk about some of those positives moving forward?
Yeah, I think we did a great job on one of the top players in the country in Asia Durr. We made it difficult for her, hopefully, which allowed some of their other players to get involved. But I thought our energy to take away some of their things was good. Kristen Levering gave us some great minutes. Lauren got hot early in the game. I thought Nia Clark, for the majority of the time she was in, brought great energy. She's going to keep learning as we go every day on her improvement and what she needs to do. I thought Kennedy Taylor was a great spark off the bench. Leah Purvis did a great job, like I said, defensively bringing energy to our team. So obviously we are, there's no moral victories in a lot of ways when you go in, and I think the goal was not to give up 95 points, but they're a high-octane offense, and we had a few breakdowns just when I felt like we had a good possession of half-court defense and really made it, a little bit difficult for them. They'd crash the boards and get an offensive rebound, and one person didn't block out, or we had stretches in the game where we made too many turnovers in a row, and it led to their easy baskets, and we had to be a little bit more solid that way. But we had today off, and then we're gonna obviously get back to work and kind of fix some of those things leading up to UIC.
It seems like the three-pointers were falling through a little bit more for you guys against Louisville. How did that help kind of spread out Louisville's defense? And can you talk about how that helped your game?
I think Lauren came out very aggressive to start the game and hit a couple. Kendall got going, and a little bit was the way they kind of chose to play defensively. They pressured certain kids and were really aggressive on the ball screen defense, which gave other people opportunities to score. I think we could have made a couple more, honestly. But, we want to be a team that goes inside out first and get our threes off either dribble penetration or an inside post touch. And we hit, enough throughout the game that kind of kept us close. And the three ball can be definitely a dynamic in the game that can kind of make things turn around. So I was happy with that. But I think overall, we're still going to be a team that wants to get up and down the court and work inside before we shoot threes too much.
Talking a little bit more about Nia Clark, she has 2 career starts now, and in each of those starts, she had a new career high in points. Can you talk a little bit about how she's becoming a factor in Miami's offense as she learns a little bit more of your style of play?
I think the greatest thing about Nia is she's just growing every day. Just when you come into your freshman year, there's so many more things on your plate, whether it's academically, whether it's just the duration, intensity of practice. She's so easy to coach because she always wants to get better. She's always locked into what we're saying. She's buying in. She brings an aggressive nature on the court. She's a great athlete, and I think the big thing is just a little bit. You can't just go out and play. You got to get the scatter reports and game plans, and she's really trying to embrace that and learn. She's really positive with her teammates. You could tell how excited she was to get in an environment like that, which is great. That's what you want as a freshman, not to come in nervous or scared of just like, man, we have this opportunity to play a really good team. And that's what she's bringing. I think it's rubbing off on some of her teammates. And I know that helps, somebody like Lauren Dickerson, who's had to be that person in a lot of ways, that she's got kind of Nia chirping in her ear. And as a freshman, that's pretty great. So it's going to be exciting to see where she goes. And I know she's putting in the work to try and, as quickly as she can, keep learning and growing. But happy with her effort, and I think the more time she gets on the floor and the more time she gets to practice with us, she's going to even see her game take off even more.
Looking ahead to your next game, you have UIC on Saturday. What is your plan of what you're going to work on this week in order to be best prepared for that next game?
I know I want to address a lot of things that didn't go well in the Louisville game. I think rebounding and our defensive breakdowns needs to continue to be an emphasis. It's nice to obviously take a day to day and then get back where we have 3 great days to prepare. And UIC is a team that has a new coaching staff and probably has a little bit different energy than they've had in the past as well. And they got some good athletes. They can get to the rim. They mix up some defenses. So we're going to have to bring that kind of road warrior mentality like we always try and do. And it's great that we're not always in the comfortable confines of our own home, right? You got to get on the road and travel a little distance and make sure we bring that mentality. And I'm excited to see how our team will respond in practice, just coming off a loss like this as well. Where you kind of get your butt kicked against, even though it was the number 5 team in the country. It doesn't matter in our mentality where it's them or if it's somebody in our league. You got to have that mentality when you get to practice. How hard are you going to work today? How hard are you going to work to improve the things that we messed up on and then build the things that we did well? And that's the most exciting as a coach, just to see the first day of practice when you're back after a loss and get that fight back and hopefully regroup for a couple days and then be ready to go in Chicago.
Thank you. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.